Hello YouTube, Xisuma here with another episode of Xisuma's World. So we're going to take it right from where the last one finished. We're still trying to get this machine working, and what I want to do at this moment is finish wiring up our delay, which is going to activate the last cells when these animals come around and get put into them. So I haven't even tested this yet, but I've added this switch here so that we can manually move them along to the next cell. And now what I need to do is place the repeaters and wire up the one on this side, and then we can load in our first mushrooms and start testing. Okay, I've finished wiring both sides. That's the one we've already done, and yeah, very simple, and they're all on full delay. And now we're going to test it. I've put in 2 mushrooms, and from up here we can see what happens. So press the bring out button. That's interesting. Oh no, I forgot to put the rail on. Okay, I'll sort that out quickly. Okay, I put the powered rail back in, and now we want to move just this mushroom over so it's at the opposite cell to this one over there. And we can do that just by removing the wire here and then replacing it. Or not. Let's try that again. Okay, but that's not powered. Oh, I see. Well, we can power it quickly like this. There we go. And that solves that one. That might actually be a problem with using this thing to rotate it, because that's not going to be powered. Anyway, let's try again. We want to go up here. And we want to press the bring out button. So we can watch them rotate the whole way around. And we're not going to test the breeding. I've also nearly run out of wheat as well, and obviously building this thing I'm going to have to build a wheat farm as well, so right, they come out and they go back. Right, now let's see if it works. Okay, it does work, but thinking about it, we just press that button, and at that point, because we pressed the bring out one, it should have activated this a moment later, and they should have got moved over here automatically. So we need a way of seeing how that's going to play out. So I'm going to put some wire down like this, and that'll make a bit of a visual indicator that we can see from up here. So we'll bring them out again. Where did that come from? 1, 2... And we have a random mushroom walking around. Maybe it found a way to jump from there onto there. Anyway, we should get this guy in a minecart. That's the best way to deal with them, I find. And go on. No, don't go up there, don't go up there. Okay, now we have a bit of a... We have a real big... No, please don't go up. Oh no. It went in. Oh dear. Okay, I think I'm going to have to break the glass and get this guy out. Okay, so now we can get back to the testing, and we're going to rotate these around again. And I counted the amount of mushroom in here, and there was one short. Oh, and he's been locked away in the corner. So it did come from in here, so I imagine it managed to find a way to jump out. Right, so... Okay, I was just looking over at the redstone then, and we can definitely see it from here. So we'll have a look now. We bring them out, and then a moment later it goes off. So when that goes off, we want these mushrooms to be back in the cell by that time. So there we can see it's definitely too early, but now we know how to fix it. So I'm going to add some more repeaters. I've got 4 left, so 2 on each side would be a good idea. Okay, I've changed it like this, which is just quite simple and compact. And obviously at some point I'm going to have to find a better solution so we can hide all of this away. And I've done the same thing on the other side, and I noticed that one of the repeaters over here actually wasn't on full delay, so there may be quite a big delay now on this side anyway. So let's bring them out. Oh, we have to rotate them all the way around again, which doesn't take too long. And doing this, you know, it's a little bit of testing in itself because something might go wrong at some point. But I haven't seen anything go wrong so far. So there we go, let's see what happens this time. Okay, that was weird. I have forgotten to put a redstone wire here. And let's just go check that it worked on the other side. It didn't work on this side either. Anyway, I'll rotate them all the way back round to the front again. Okay, here we go. Just too soon, so we're going to need about another repeater. Okay, I've added extra two repeaters on each side. And here we go. Okay, it looked like as right as it landed it came onto it. Might need just one more repeater. And it's starting to get a bit of a squeeze, as you can see, to fit it all in. But I'll find a way. Okay, I've just realised that I identified the problem a moment ago. And it seems I immediately forgot that when we do this, nothing happens. And that's because the track isn't powered. So I think what we need is a torch, say, here. So it powers this block, which powers that group of rail. And then because this is inverted, we'll make this circuit here power it as well. And then it would be off. So when this block's unpowered, it's going to activate that piston and push this out. And because this wire won't be powered, our torch here, or however we do it, will turn on and turn this on at the same time. So I'm going to go rotate these guys around while we work on this cell, and I'll see what I can come up with. Okay, it's taken me quite some time, but I think I've made this fairly good now. So first of all, I've changed the bit at the side here. We've put some sandstone blocks going across here, and I've raised this bit so that now we power the cells from this torch here, which gets inverted when we activate the machine. So as well as that, the same torch activates this wire here, which then inverts this torch, and when we press the button we're going to activate all of this. And I tried to make it as compact as possible. I think if I had a bit more room in this direction, then I'll be able to get all of these next to each other and looking quite neat. So that's why it looks the way it does. So anyway, it goes through like this, comes back round, and then it powers this block and turns off this torch. And this torch is powering this dust here, which is turning off this torch, which controls the powered rails. And then this dust controls that block there, which has a torch above it. So as well as that, I think I might have found a bug, but I can't really get it to repeat itself too much. But on occasions, when I come over here, I pick up a powered rail, and I'm pretty sure I had under 20 at first. And it happened on the other side as well, a couple of times, just walking over here. And then when I was doing this, I made a mistake when I placed a wire over here, and I created that thing. Let me show you, because I don't know the name of it. Yeah, I created that where it blinks, and the machine spazzed out, and then when I went round to this side here, I picked up two powered rails. So I think by pushing the pistons back and forth, it was creating some sort of duplicating glitch. And yeah, I picked up a few powered rails, but been unable to actually catch it in action. So I think we're ready for testing now. Let me just check. Yep, we're all good to go. So let's pop up top. There they are. And here's the moment of truth. Oh, that worked well. I think we can even make the timing a little bit shorter and remove maybe a repeater, but that looked really good. One thing I did notice, it looked like this had turned off. I'll go back up, we'll watch that. So we'll press it and... Okay, no, I thought it turned off beforehand. I guess I'll watch back the footage and double check that. Okay, I watched the footage back, and that turning off was actually just when we pressed the button to call them out, so... should that actually happen though? I'm going to have to think about that in a moment, but as I press this button you'll see it turn off for a moment. And I'm really not sure why that happened. So yeah, I've set a repeater on either side to the normal setting. It's a little bit faster. Okay, we don't want to make it too precise though. We always want to leave a little bit of room for error in case, I don't know, the animal pushes the cart around a little and it's a little slower getting out of here, which is something that I've noticed happen. So now what I want to do is figure out why that turns off. So I've been looking at this for a little bit of time, and in order for that to turn off, the block has to become unpowered. And it's always going to be powered by this torch here. And the only way this torch can be turned off is if this block gets powered, and the only place that can get powered from is this line of repeaters. So I'm going to go press the button again. We can see both the torch and the dot. And that time it didn't turn off. Okay, I'm going to watch the footage back again. Okay, it turns out it was really quite simple. Because I'm pressing this a lot to bring them around, you can see it keeps turning on and off. And that's because I'm not giving it enough time in between rotating each one. Now when we normally use this, we're never going to be rotating them that fast because we're going to be breeding them in between. But I don't think it's going to be doable, but it could possibly be a good idea to have, say, a piston. Where would it be? Perhaps here. If we put a block here, we would disconnect this part of the circuit, and if we had that on a piston that was part of this circuit as well, then the timer for that would mean we couldn't press the button again. Might be a good feature to add, but I'm not going to add that at the moment. Anyway, one last test and then I think I'm going to load up the machine. Okay, yeah, I'm really happy with that. I could even probably make it a little bit quicker. Oh yeah, by the way, this is where the animals are going to be stored at the moment. They're going to fall down here, and I should probably put some water in there. So, oh dear. Hang on, I've got to check this out quickly. Okay, it turns out that that didn't go down into a caving system, and I didn't want it to flush out all of the torches. But yeah, this is where the animals are going to be stored temporarily. And when I put all this down, I smartened this bit up here, and I put the two glass bits. Because the mobs are 1.5 high, we've got the gap there, and we've also got one above somewhere, just there. But the baby mushrooms fall all the way down, and that's why I put the water there. And thinking about it, that's going to be one lower, so I'm just going to change that quickly. Okay, so I've loaded in about 4 extra mushrooms so far, and I thought you might actually be interested in seeing how I'm doing this, because a lot of people talk about how they have trouble getting the mushrooms in the minecarts, and doing it like this is even more difficult. Come on, out you go. Oh, damn it, it went down there. Oh, that's really bad. That's not supposed to happen. Yeah, I knew if I started recording this, something would go wrong. And do I have my glass on me? Let's get the glass quickly. Oh, look at that. Go straight up for the machine every time. Right. Going to break this cart, which I can't seem to do. There we go. And where did it go? Oh, this is typical. I can't even figure out where it went. Oh, of course, it ran straight into the machine and got trapped. Okay, I'm going to take a moment to get this guy out. Okay, so I got that guy in there, and that was the first hiccup I've had so far. It's pretty typical. I thought, oh, this is going quite easy. I'll show them how I do this, and then it all goes wrong. Right, so I want to choose one to push in there, and he's decided he wants to walk the other way. So we use some weight, bring them over here a bit. There we go. They're easy to push when they haven't already decided where it is they want to go. So now we're going to block that off, and then they'll go up there, and now we can rotate them. Okay, let's have a look. We should have enough room for 2 more. one on either side, and then they're going to move around to the front there. Right, so let's see how this goes. I also don't have my minecart ready. There we go. So you can see it's actually quite easy, but we had a little hiccup there. Okay, so I was a couple of minecarts short for some reason. I could have swore I had enough, and I only have 7 ingots left, so I've got to go back to the base and get some more. And I walked past the boat dock, and it reminded me about the tutorial. So if you saw the boat dock tutorial, it turns out for a lot of people it's not working, and I'm really disappointed because I spent a lot of time testing it, and basically I hardly ever took damage. I think I took damage a couple of times when I first started making it, and then once I got to the point where I was happy with how it was, and yeah, I kept testing it, and I never took any damage, never clipped into the wall. And then some people are telling me it works absolutely fine, and other people are telling me that they've downloaded my map and it doesn't work, and I really don't know what to say because it's really quite frustrating. I spent a lot of time trying to get that ready. Oh yeah, look at my lovely stacks of iron. I have a habit for finding iron. I can't remember if I mentioned this before, but I cleared out a room on a server with some people. We had to dig out a big area, and I asked them how many iron they got after, and everyone was like, oh, I didn't get any iron. It turned out I got a stack from it, so I don't know, I seem to have a knack for it. But as I was saying with the boat dock, yeah, I really did test it, and I never took any damage once I got it to the final design. And yeah, some people say it works great, some people say they take damage and they die, so maybe there's some other sort of factor involved that I've overlooked, but there we go. Anyway, I'm going to try and redesign it and not use soul sand. I want to go back to the method that we used over here, which was that we're going to land on water. In fact, let's oh, sod's law, if I do it now I'm going to take damage, but let's see if this one still works in 1.2. Right, I'm approaching at full speed, and then I brake a little. Whoa, that was weird. Was it me, or did it look like the boat braked? And then maybe there's a boat already there that we landed on top of. Anyway, I'm glad I filmed that. I'll have a look. Okay, that's it. The machine's full, and I did just have a look back at the footage. Couldn't tell if there was a boat underneath at all, so there probably was. Anyway, I guess the machine's ready for testing. I'm just going to remove all the wool, and then we'll give it a test with breeding as well. Okay, before we do this, I just want to give you a little hint. When the animals are moving around, and they've... oh, I'm holding the wheat, that's why. So yeah, when they're just moving around and doing their own thing, and you're trying to push them, if they're moving the opposite direction, it's going to be really difficult. So if you pull out your wheat, they'll track you, and then you put something else in your hand, they all stop moving, and then that makes it kind of easy to push them again. So I'll remove these later, we don't need to do that now. Right, we're going to breed, so we're going to bring them out. They're all going to rotate. I'm going to breed these two here. Okay, and let's bring them out again. It all worked, and they got put back into the cells, and then they got moved on again. Brilliant. Okay, that's fantastic. And our baby mushroom's gone down there, so we can do it with these guys as well. There we go, bring out. Okay, that's working great. And these ones we're going to send back because I'm running out of wheat. Oh no. Oh wow, okay, I didn't know they could do that. They can push them out on top of the half slabs. Okay, so I've broken the wiring at some point. How I've placed this here, that's why. Okay, that block shouldn't be there. And when I press send back this time, right, interesting, and the baby got pushed into the water stream and went down there. So no, it didn't, it got up here. Good thing I spotted that. Where's it going? Oh, let's kill it. It's only going to get in the way. Poor little thing. Anyway, so it managed to jump back up there, which is kind of interesting because... Let's go around this way. The baby can jump from this point here, and it shouldn't be able to jump higher than 2 blocks. So I think what it would have done is perhaps jumped on top of the minecart and then been able to jump up here. So anyway, we're going to have to put the minecart back, and we're going to have to put full blocks on these corners here, and then that shouldn't happen again. So I'll do some more testing after that. And as proof that the baby separation worked, I thought I'd come down here and show you that they're in this little area here. And of course I'm going to make this nice for them, give them some grass to graze on and all of that. So yeah, right, I'm going to sort this guy out and put those blocks back. Okay, so there we go. That should fix that problem. But obviously I need to test it, and we've got that guy back up in the minecart and in the cell. So I'm not going to finish testing this today, but I'm pretty sure it works from this point on, and I'll come back here and do the testing off camera and let you know how it goes, because I've got some other things I want to show you and there's not much time left, and I also want to talk a little bit about the show and the channel and a few things like that. Okay, now that I've put my items in the chest and got myself sorted, I've headed down to the XP farm, and if you saw the tutorial I uploaded a couple of days ago, then you'll know that I've been in here working, and I wanted to do this off camera. I've been kind of getting a bit stressed out with the channel and stuff like that lately. I've been finding it really hard to find the time to make videos, because I've started working out again and I have work as well, and when I have time to do videos I'm really exhausted, and yeah, it's just been getting to me a little. So I decided to do all this without being on camera. I just, you know, spent a few hours here and there working on it, and it was kind of nice to take a break from not stopping in between doing stuff and just continuously work, because normally I do a bit of work and then I stop and tell you about it. And yeah, I really like the room now. I love the stone bricks at the top, the way they just sit back 1 block like that looks really nice. I'm not 100% sure on this lapis ring that we've got, but either way it looks really cool, and yeah, this works now. I haven't tested it fully, I've just tested that it loads up, and I've started making this circuit as well. And I didn't like the way the piston was visible up here, but it's kind of the only way I could do it. And someone also suggested that you should make the glass block, the one below the crusher, make it out of glass, because when it pushes up it could actually crush some other spiders that are around making their way into the trap. So the wiring is the same as always, but I think I'll show you it anyway. It's the same old monostable circuit, and I've just done this bit a little bit different because the piston's at the bottom here. So at this point I started to remember that I wanted to do the thing with the slimes, and I've had quite a few slimes come up here when I've been making it, which is good because some people have been saying that slimes only spawn in jungle biomes now, which shouldn't be true. They should spawn in their usual chunks and also in the jungle biomes. So I've seen them come up here while I've been working, so we know that that's the case. And what I've been thinking of doing is bringing them out on this wall here, which would kind of make the room look ugly, but we could drop them into a containment point here. And if I just get this together, now I'm hoping that they won't be able to escape out of this block here. They might be able to push their way through between these bits because they're 0.6 of a block wide, but hopefully not. And then when we throw down the splash potion, we should hit the slimes as well and get some slime balls and extra EXP that way. And the one disappointing thing with this is I couldn't really figure out a way to add the double extending piston from the bottom, so maybe I'll take another look at that later. Okay, so that's all we have time for, and I just want to say I've been really enjoying playing in my LP world again, and I'm going to continue playing right now, so hopefully you'll see another episode before too long. And what I want to do right now in the LP is build a wheat farm for the animal breeding area and also finish all of that off. But as well as that, I really want to get on top of being prepared to do projects and stuff, because I've run out of decent picks. I've just been using this unbreaking one, and it really helps if you have efficiency as well. So that's why I've been working on the XP farm. I want to get that back up and running so we can enchant some picks. and that also means I've got to find more diamonds because I think I only have about 1 stack left. And yeah, one of the big projects I want to do next is finish this place off, make it look really nice, because I have some good plans for this area, and I'm going to build the strip mine the whole way around the outside. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.